Hello traders, John at stockbookie.com. Today we're going to look at the SPY, Apple, Netflix, Facebook, and possibly Google L in the IWM. But let's get right into the SPY today. Intraday action, 10-minute candles, very uneventful today. A little bit of sell-off at the end, a little bit of sell-off in the beginning. Volume just disappeared, nice little float. And that was pretty much it. A little bit of volume at the end of the day, but pretty much the same as, every other day. Volume dries up, then at the end of the day. But usually first couple hours is the good time to do anything intraday. We were waiting for actually the 50 MA down here. Never made it. So that's that. Let's look at the daily. Daily again. We've been saying short this thing, short this thing. Just got to use right share size or right a 5 or 10% position in your portfolio. That's all you're taking of your total portfolio. That's it. Stop out above here. You can use a weekly confirmation if you want, or you can use the daily. We might move it to a weekly because we are up in here. So if we go up into that area, we're not going to lose that much money. So I'm not too worried. But man, I'm telling you, if this thing falls, like I said, only time will tell. But look at the volume. Just disappears and we're floating. That's the other thing. But let's look at the IWM real quick. This will be the daily. Again, we were saying it was setting up to possibly go up. So we're still kind of bullish in here. We'll see where we close tomorrow. That will tell us a little bit more on the IWM. But like I said, this thing led and everything else kind of never really made that pop. And of course, the big reversal there and then the drop right here. Then they popped it up and then it's been just chopping. So it's interesting. And everything else is kind of almost at all-time highs again, and this just isn't. So we got the trend line here for resistance. We got a gap fill, a couple little pivot. You got that little pivot to this one here. So we have a little bit of resistance. So if you wanted to short the IWM, you could here. Choose the all-time high as a stop out with confirmation. Go 5-10% position, and you're done. Downside, I think we're going to the 200. And then maybe this pivot, maybe that pivot, depending if we get a correction. But that's what we're looking for. Let's go to Apple. Some people were saying, you were saying short at 127. No, I was saying if it got above the 50 MA and the 20 MA and confirmed, it's probably a little bit strong. So until then, I'm more on the neutral side because this thing has been setting up. Now, if this Apple hit the 200 MA, I would have been long. But you know what? I missed the boat. Now we're going into earnings, and I'm not trading it. No way. We'll wait. If this thing gaps up tomorrow, I got a couple spots up on top there that we might be looking at for a possible short. We'll wait a couple days for this thing until maybe maybe Friday. We'll see where the pattern's at, and we'll take it from there. Then we'll see what we can do on this one, if anything. If not, then we'll have to wait for the downside or wait for more upside. Either way, bull or bear, whatever. We don't care. We just want to be on the right side of the trade. Let's take a look at Netflix. This is one again. Gapped up on earnings. Now next day just kind of puttered out. Today it sold off a little bit more. It sold off for $4.22. Nothing great shakes. My area is down here though. If we get below that 107.74, I think we're heading down to fill the gap. And this one could be a dangerous one. We all know Netflix. It could go up and just kill you, or if it could go down and just murder you on the long side. So that's why like this, Apple, Tesla, all those, they're just nuts. I can't risk it in this trade to just take a guess. It's a 50-50 shot. And for me, that's not good enough. But like I said, if we crack that and start heading down in this area, we'll look at possibly, you got a gap here too. Maybe the 50 MA if it really starts running down. So, but we're looking for areas for bounces or areas for shorts. I think we have one, yeah, right there, about 126. If it got up there, that's a possible short. But that's maybe. We'll have to see how it runs up into that area if it even goes up. So we got to play for the long and we got to play for the short. Whatever. Let the chart tell me what to do. That's what I keep telling everybody. So let's go to Facebook. Oops. Hold on. All right, let's go into the daily. Same thing. It's just stretched. Look at this thing. We were in the trade here. If it got above that area, which it did, and it closed, and then the next close, I want to see it close above that high. That gives me confirmation. Sometimes it will come back in, then it starts over again. But that for me, that gives me enough to say, you know what? It's going in earnings. Anything can happen. I stopped out that day. That was the right call. But you know what? I'm looking to short it at $100. But going into earnings again, we got to wait and see what pattern sets up, and if it goes up into $100, then we'll have to take it and reevaluate the trade. But right now, not doing anything with Facebook. Let's look at Amazon. Same thing here. So today we had a little bit of a reversal. Nothing big, but that's something to keep an eye on there. But again, we'll wait for pattern. For this one, I have to go up, and then now let it go up like that, and let's see it go sideways. That's a bull flag. So let's see it chop around, and then eventually, boom. But the key is with this one, if this pattern fails, then it's going to go down even harder. That's unfortunately how this stuff works. Just like the SPY. Check this out. When you have a good pattern, not a good, you know what, this isn't the best pattern, but it is a bearish pattern. It's choppy and sloppy. When it fails, this pattern, you usually get a move to the other side in a bigger direct, in a big manner. The stocks can't, they just can't handle moves like this. And this could go up a little bit more, but the volume's disappearing. And that's telling me we're almost done up in here. But we'll see. We hit this trend line today. Again, if you're in this trade, stop out above that. You can do a weekly stop out. Since we're really close and are even at a 10%, we could still handle $5, $6, $7 on the trade. It'd be okay as a stop out and just say thank you we gave it a shot basically, and thank you very much. But on to the next one. All right, let's look at. Whoa, another one was RIG. We gave this one a stab on double bottom here at 13.29. We stayed above it, so far so good. But again, the rig's weak. A lot of these companies are weak right now. Oil, and they're all starting to head down. USO included. So I got to keep an eye on this one. Like I said, if it gets under 13, I think we're just going to step aside, and that's it. We don't have a big share size on this, and that's it. Give it a shot and see what happens. All right, people. Thanks for watching my videos. Hopefully, I taught you a little bit about technical analysis and what we're looking for on the charts. And at Stockbookie, we're just trying to find reasons on the charts. We have 5 different time frames, and if you can line them all up with reasons, those are usually good trades that puts your odds in your favor every time you take a trade. And that's what technical analysis does. But thanks for watching. God bless. See you on the charts.